Hi, good afternoon, and welcome back to my channel. Today is December 7th, and it is Sunday. It's probably about 2 p.m., so it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So this is my new dual-motor electric bike. So I want to talk about torque. So this bike comes with two motors, and the motor in each one of these hubs, or actually in each of these wheels, they are, let's see if I can get, so they are 2000 watt motors. So each of these motors is 110 Newton meters of torque. So when I was looking at another electric bike, I was looking at the Newton meters of torque, of course. So this has 220 Newton meters of torque with both motors. And I'm pretty much doing a 200-mile review. So this bike, just yesterday, I had hitting 200 miles. And we're just going to go for a short ride today. Mind you, it is only 37, maybe 38 degrees outside, so it is cold. And we're just going to go for a quick spin. And so this bike also has a motor in the rear as well. And they are marked 52 volts, 2000 watts, front and rear. And it is a full suspension electric mountain bike. They say peak power is 5,000 watts. So I guess you would times the full voltage, which would be 58.8 volts, times 40, because it is a 40 amp controller. And out of all the geared hub motors that I've seen on Amazon, this has the most Newton meters of torque, combining two motors. That's a pretty cool bike. And I did upgrade the neck like I said I was going to do. Absolutely awesome. So I think this neck is, they make a 130 millimeter, and I believe they make 140 millimeters. That is in length. And I do like the 3D forged. Kind of like the neck I put on my Renstar. But this one is just a little shorter. Yeah, that's 130. So this is 130 millimeters in length. That is the extension. And this one is 140. Actually 145. It's marked right there. 145. So this is the longest neck you can purchase. It puts more of your body weight over the front tire because it is all-wheel drive. Okay, we're back just like that. Thank you for joining me this Sunday afternoon. It is currently, well, I should say it is 2:30 p.m., so it's still afternoon. And in front of me is a short hill, and I am in pedal assist 2. Car's coming up behind me. And the hill in front of me is probably about a 15% grade. No pedaling. Single motor only. So we're going to talk today about e-bike laws. So this morning I Googled my specific township in Belvedere, New Jersey. Anything considered 1, 2, or 3 class, or actually I should say anything considered 1 or 2 class and 3rd class e-bikes, you are required to wear a helmet. And here in the township of Belvedere, New Jersey, you are not allowed on the sidewalk. You are allowed to use a roadway just as a vehicle. Unless you are under the age of 15 years old, you do not belong on the sidewalk. Which I kind of knew. You do not belong on the sidewalk. So anything above 750 watts or anything over 28 miles an hour, you are required to license, insure, and register your electric bike. Anything below 750 watts is considered class 1. So to keep the laws within regardless of how powerful your electric bike is, just don't bring attention to yourself. Stay off the sidewalk, wear a helmet, and obey all traffic laws as if you are in a vehicle. And pretty much the majority of the police in the area, they will not bother. And you are supposed to remain off to the shoulder of the road. Unless you are going with traffic, but then you're going to be bringing yourself attention, which you just might as well stay off to the shoulder, which I have noticed. So now, regards, in the past, I have been pulled over on my electric bike twice. And I'll tell you the reason why. He had spotted me riding down the middle of the lane. So this means, basically, I am in the road going with traffic, where he wanted to see me off to the shoulder, not in the middle of the lane. So ever since that has happened, I keep my bike off to the shoulder. I keep it below or about 20 miles an hour, where I'm not going too fast. Just as I said, just don't bring suspicion to yourself, and you should be fine. So anyway, yeah, just with one motor, this bike has 110 Newton meters of torque. Single motor only. With both motors engaged, it has 220. So there's probably not much that this bike cannot climb. It can probably climb a damn mountain, no problem. Okay, I'm gonna kick her up a notch here. Rear motor only. Uphill, 31. Rear motor only, 28. 27, 28. So it is 30, probably about 34 degrees right now. It's cold. So I noticed when I throttle, rear motor only, pedal assist 5, it only does about 32, 33 miles an hour. But if I pedal, it'll do anywhere between 35 to 37, or I mean 35 to 36 miles an hour. On a hot summer day, I've had it up to 37, rear motor only. And that is 110 Newton meters with a 2,000 watt motor, geared hub motor. That's pretty good. But for a bike that cost me $1,400 plus all my upgrades, that's pretty good. And with the tires on this thing, it is a beast. Yeah. E-Bicycle, 5,000 watt dual motor electric bike. And this bike is capable of going over 45 miles an hour. Mind you, it is cold today. Thank you all for joining me on my channel today. So it warmed up a little bit. They set a high of 38 degrees, but I don't think it's going to quite reach that. So I had to make a quick ride to the store. I had to get, obviously, I keep my bikes pretty clean, and I use a spray shine. It's a polyurethane. I don't know. I'll go over that with you. So we're going to do a top speed run today. Of course, when I have the room to do it. The suspension on here is butter smooth, man. Nice. I mean, for the D&M A06 versus the D&M 38 RAC, I think it's called, that shock is like $130. And I think the D&M A06 is good enough. You know, for spending 60 bucks, you don't have to go crazy. I'm trying to turn my rear light on, I can't reach it. Okay, safety first, right? Okay, let's throw it in pedal assist 5. Now this bike has a slow start, but if you are rolling in the kids again, it should go like a bat out of hell. Let's give a little gutter action here. Nice. Yeah, the bike has a lot of torque. If you noticed in my video when I showed you the bike, I put a cover over the battery, and also I put some extra elastic bands, like, I guess they're like a stretchy material, like a Velcro. .43 miles an hour. It's cold. Take it up to a spin here. See what we can get up to. is pretty good. So out of all the electric bikes I've owned through the years, this one is the fastest. So when you do get off your bike, make sure you always put it in zero mode so an accident doesn't happen. Holy snot. So this is the e-Bikle. They claim 5,000 watts with a 32 amp hour Samsung battery cell with 180 millimeter rotors and AR marked Logans. And it comes with a rear light. That came in the back of the seat, but I put it on the back of the bag because if you have the bag on the bike, you can't see it under the seat. And it is spelled e-Bikle. E-B-I-C-Y-C-O-L. And right now I have 205 miles. So this is a 200-mile review of my e-Bikle. 5,000 watt full suspension mountain bike. Pretty cool. And it does have a front light. And I've also added some lights up front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what's really cool, it has a daytime running light, so you don't have to run the whole thing. So I'm just showing the capabilities of this bike. It is really well worth every bit of money. Of course, there's a red light. We're gonna roll through it nicely. How's that? Haha, nice. So just in case no one has noticed, the price of things are ridiculous. I spent a few things, or I had to get a few things today. He's sitting in there staying warm. Just a touch of the throttle. Uphill 30 miles an hour. So for a full suspension mountain bike, it's pretty good. These are not motorcycles, these are bicycles. So for a bicycle that can reach over 40 miles an hour, with a price tag of about $1,400, that's pretty good. Okay, so there's a hill in front of me that I just went down, and the first part under the bridge is probably about a 20% grade. So I got it in pedal assist 5, dual motor. I'm gonna full throttle and pedal at the same time, and let's see what our speed is. Let's let this car go by first. Okay, let's hit it. That'll get him going. I never had a bicycle with such torque.
I was gonna say, is that a new one?
Yeah. Hi, buddy. What's up? Hi. You're not gonna say hello today?
Yeah, she got spooked from that bike.
Yeah. She's like, hell are you?
What brand is that one?
This is called an e-bicycle.
E-bicycle?
Yeah, there's one out there called e-Biko, the EB7 Pro. This one's even faster. 48 miles an hour. Yeah, a bicycle, like a motorcycle. Have a good afternoon. So thank you all for joining me today. So on my speedometer, we went a little bit more than 5 miles, almost 6 miles, 5.7. So we'll call it 5.5 miles. put it in pedal assist 1, dual motors, and this is how I bring my bike in and out. I mean, it's manageable, I can do it. It's not bad, as long as I got both motors on, I can creep right up the stairs. And these steps are probably 30-degree pitch. Peel the little rubber on my rug. Get the dust off the front tire. A little glimpse of what it looks like in the dark. It's pretty cool. So the rear light has a bunch of different settings. It flashes red and blue. People think you're the police. And the front setup, it's really bright with all the lights on. Pretty cool. There we go. It's very bright. So this light here I got off Amazon. Wasn't cheap, it was like 40 bucks, something like that. Definitely wasn't cheap. Okay, get some light on in here. Thank you all for joining me today on this cold but dry. So we have gone 5.7 miles. We now have 206 miles. I erased my max speed because I had to power it down to show you my actual voltage. And my actual voltage right now is 56.3. And 58.8 is a full charge. So a 52 volt battery chart. We'll get it up on this other phone. 52 volt battery chart. And
a 52 volt battery chart shows voltage levels at different charge levels.
So we are
around 58.8 volts, which is
56.3.
drops to about 50.4 volts, which is nominal. Then to a cutoff of 43 to 45 volts when empty.
56. We are still 85% charged. 56.3. Is right there. 85% charged at 56.3 volts. So I almost went 6 miles on 15% battery. That's pretty good, and most of the time I was in dual motor, and mind you, it is only 35 degrees outside. So that's pretty good. During the summer, I'm going to have to do a range test. It's pretty hard to do during the day today because it's so cold. For me to deplete this whole entire battery, it would be a lot. So anyway, thank you all for watching. And we're going to have more of this bike, of course, in the future. My 5,000 watt dual motor, full suspension e-Bikeco mountain bike. Thanks again for watching. Peace.